Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1054 and today's topic is the light pollution which is altering our ecosystem. And nowadays we have mainly three type of illuminating light in cities and mega cities, towns. One is, we call it yellow light, that is produced with the help of sodium vapor. And the other one is called white light, but strictly speaking, it is not white light, but it gives the white with some fraction of mixing of blue light, that is by LED, that is light emitted by diode, that is semiconductor. And the third one, that is blue light. So these three lights are commonly used, and other one is that is red light for traffic purposes. But mainly in our industries for domestic purposes, these two lights are very common. One is sodium vapor, another one is LED. Actually, the concept of light and our civilization is very, very important. Even in 1800, 1700, when there was no technology to produce such type of illumination what we are producing today by exciting the electron in the form of sodium vapor or in the form of diode, it was not possible. So we were using whale fat, animal fat, mostly in America and Europe. They were very expert in getting the whale fat, and it was the source of illumination. Then, that is Thomas Edison, he discovered the bulb, electricity, and that was in 1857. But actually, after his research, we got the electrical source of illumination, electric bulb. That was in 1903. And when Los Angeles and New York, they were illuminated for whole night. I mean, 1-2 bulbs were put, and that light went up to kilometers. So that is the history of how the lightning and the light started coming and changing our lifestyle. And today, it is pollution. Because in mega cities like New York, industrial cities, commercial cities, Lagos, Bombay, Mumbai in India, Calcutta, Singapore, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, many mega cities, they are using huge amount of different type of light with different wavelength, with different frequencies and energies. And as we know that this light what we are getting, they are actually wavelength. And when I call wavelength, it has frequency, number of wave per second. And once it is in the form of frequency, definitely it is the form of energy. Someone with longer wavelength, only they differ in the color. I have already discussed in previous lecture that they differ in color because of their wavelength. The longer wavelength will be towards yellow color. Shortest wavelength will go towards blue color. So blue color light will produce more energy, more temperature, and the yellow one will be having less, and in between, that is white one, will be having little bit more than yellow one, because the yellow is longest. I mean, if we calculate in Kelvin, I think in Kelvin, the yellow one's calculation is 1800, and the white, so-called white one with lead is having 2005 to 3000 Kelvin, and the blue one is up to 5000 to 6000 Kelvin. So their energy content is like that. Someone is in high energy state, someone is low energy. And in mega cities, whole night, there is nothing like night. Everywhere, starting from evening, maybe 6 p.m., 5 p.m., and it goes up to 6 a.m., 12 hours, 14 hours, and everybody is under that light. So this light is a pollution without particle. I call it light is the pollution without particle. And now latest research publications are indicating, I have gone through many publications, the latest one is that this light pollution is having impact to our health. First thing is that is your sleeping hormone is disturbed once there is light. It is its production is secretion is drastically reduced once there is light. And if there is LED light or blue light, it is more harmful and there will not be secretion. So you have to spend some time sleepless night. So it is going to disturb sleep and you will be having sleep disorder because melatonin, a type of sleep hormone, will not be produced. Now, the light pollution is linked to diabetes, to cancer also, because these light frequencies, wavelengths, once they are focusing to our, body, we are under those emitted light, that wavelength and frequency is falling on our body. It is going to excite whatever electrons and in our body molecules are there, they will be excited, and sometimes we are all fluid. The water molecules are there and they will be ionized. And once they are ionized in presence of some wavelength or frequencies, there will be production of free radicals and ions both. And free radicals means they are dangerous. We will be under oxidative stress. And secondly, this light pollution is having serious impact on other animals, insects. Nowadays, you might have noticed that all the devices what they are manufacturing by putting some wiring and net, and that one if you are putting, you will see that always blue light is glowing. This blue light is changing the behavior of the insects, and many insects with that frequency of blue light, because it has more energy, that is enough to destroy and damage the insects. And once the insects are damaged, some of them they cannot survive, and some of the animals, some of the birds, they cannot have good behavior in 24-hour lightning, because they go for reproduction, for their all biological process only in the night. So then the total ecosystem is disturbed. Lot of insects are disappearing. Lot of birds are disappearing because of this type of illumination, either sodium vapor or lead, that is by diode. So this is one impact, ecosystem. And also astronomers, they are facing problem, because if you go to village, I am going to my village, when I will look at the sky, neat, clean blue sky, and with lot of stars twinkling. But when I am coming to mega city like Delhi or Bombay, when we look at sky, it's all cloudy, and we will see here and there scattered of stars, even they may not appear. So that is actually the serious pollution. And here, I am giving you one example. In Israel, the biggest telescope, 7 telescopes are there, the biggest world's telescope. With the help of that, they are searching in space about the different planets and all galaxies, and now they are disturbed because they are not getting the clear signal from the space. So what they have put the rule that after the midnight, nobody should put the light, whether it is white, whether it is yellow or blue, it should be within their vicinity inside the room. Outside, street, everywhere, it should not be this very much shining yellow or red light. It is offense. So the same thing in some European countries, they are also going to take the action that the excess use of light is harmful to our health, to all the animals, plant, as well as insects. So these are all very important factors. And let me show you how it goes. How these lights are produced in a very simple way. When there is electron, for example, it is, and in the case of sodium vapor, when we are saying, so this sodium electron, when it is excited, it will go to higher state. It is low state and it is higher state. So it will go there and again it will come down. So with this it will emit yellow light by sodium vapor. And in the case of white light, what we are calling, actually white light is sunlight, and sunlight is the spectrum of different color. I have already told you those colors: green, yellow, blue, red, all these colors. And then lead means, other bulb is, that is called lead. Lead is, that is light emitted by diode. Diode means is a type of semiconductor, and where once electricity is applied and this electron is moving, so diode means anode and cathode, and that movement of the electron will give you the white light. And up to not 1990, even up to 2010 or 12, up to that time, we were having most of the bulbs, they were sodium vapor or yellow. But nowadays, it is mostly the LEDs. It's produced by semiconductor. Semiconductor is either silicon or selenium. So that is producing, it is cheap, it is having more efficiency, and also it is easy to produce as compared to sodium vapor. And thirdly, these LED bulbs, they are very durable. They can go up to 50 to 100,000 hours. So these are all factors. Because of that reason, nowadays globally LED is used. So as we know today, I call it that we are living in the ocean and sea of electromagnetic spectrum, different color, different illumination, different wavelengths and frequencies. Some are produced by LED bulbs, some are produced by sodium vapor, some are produced as a radio wave, and then radar wave, X-ray, gamma, beta, alpha rays. I mean, it's all frequency and wave. So it is so serious that, to my understanding, in future, if there is no check and balance of these frequencies, these different wavelengths, we will be totally deteriorated as a human being. Our behavior will be drastically changed. And now such type of light is manufactured. These light, what I am talking, they are known as artificial light. It is created by human being. And human beings are so aggressive that they are destroying their ecosystem up to that extent where our survival is in danger. We cannot survive. And today, globally, there is lot of talk about the climate change because of all this pollution. And I am telling you, I have told you several times, there are mainly two types of pollution. One pollution is with particles. Where particles are involved, there can be cold particle, ash particle, dust particles, particulates are there. The other pollution, that light pollution, electromagnetic spectrum, electromagnetic radiation, they are all electromagnetic. They are all producing a wavelength, frequency and temperature. So they are all harmful to our health. And day by day, to enjoy life, sometimes you call it Bombay by night, New York by night, Delhi by night. And when we are going to some of the casinos, restaurants, they put blue light. It's a very common practice. And that blue band, spectra of light, is harmful to our hormones. Not only melatonin hormone, which is responsible of your sleep, that is called sleep hormone, some other hormones are also disturbed. So hormonal disbalance is there. That's why nowadays there are a lot of papers published that I have already mentioned. They are linking to diabetes, they are linking to cancer because of oxidative stress. So all this I have given here point wise. And number one, light pollution is altering our ecosystem. I have already told you a lot of insects and lot of birds. They are so much disturbed that sometimes they are killed or they are damaged or they cannot survive, especially in blue light. The insects, their behavior is totally changed. Ecosystem in hundreds of different ways. Number two, understanding the health of millions of animals and humans also. Today we are beginning to understand how light pollution problem is linked to different diseases ranging from obesity. Obesity is also linked to light pollution because our body is fluid, more than 60% water. And this light plays a very important role to ionize the water. Water is ionized, free radicals are produced, oxidative stress is there, you are towards obesity, diabetes and several types of cancer also. We are so used to light in the night that even putting dozens of LEDs, bulb. LEDs means the light illuminating diodes with the help of semiconductor, silicon or selenium, it is produced, that is called LEDs. But we are not comfortable. We are saying that sometimes you go to somebody's drawing room, they say, no, it's very dull. Illumination in your drawing room is still less. You put some other, one more dozen with high intensity, with high illuminating power. You should bring such type of big size LED bulb. Hitting enough illumination. Number three, human body becomes unbalanced when it is exposed to light. You may not feel, but your body reaction is there. We are all having ions, molecules, protein, amino acid, fat, they are all absorbing the light, frequency, wavelength, light more especially when there is blue light, and at night this delays the secretion of particular sleep hormone that is called melatonin, which regulates sleep. And melatonin is also antioxidant, which is a natural defense against aging process. Then number four, until around 2013, the global trend was to have yellow lighting, but from 2015, that trend is shifted to LED lamps, that is what we are saying, yellow, white ones, have been spreading at increasing rate and they are cheaper and efficient. I have already told you when we are saying white, white goes to sunlight and sunlight is the spectrum of different color. Here white light means it is white, its wavelength is like that, but it is having some of the mixing of blue light also, but it is blue will not appear, Number 5, there are ports of the world such as India, Egypt, Arabian Peninsula, and where blue-white light, the ratio is more here, blue-white. And they are using at ports that in India, in Egypt, and in lot of Arabian Peninsula like Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, all areas, Saudi Arabia, that is has been spreading. And blue light can change the behavior of insects. Now I am giving about their temperature calculated in Kelvin, heat temperature that is calculated. So white light, which is produced artificially by LED, is having 2500 to 3000 Kelvin. Yellow one, which is produced by sodium vapor, electron excitement, is 1800 Kelvin. And blue one is having 6500 Kelvin. And the sun white, what we are getting from sunlight, is getting 6500 Kelvin. So if you see their temperature, heat, calculated in Kelvin, the lowest goes to yellow. So yellow is going to, have less environmental pollution and health hazard as compared to others. So even in some of the countries, European countries, now they are thinking that all the go back to yellow one for street light and for industries, this one, because this is having 1800 Kelvin calculated temperature. And one more experience I want to share. We all know, as a parent, our weakness are children. Weakness in the sense that when we are going to any store or any mall or shopping complex, lot of toys are there. And toy industry is multi-billion-dollar industry. And there are a lot of scientists, they study our neurochemistry. I call that is neuromarketing. So neuromarketing is there, and they understand the psychology of children, and according to that they are producing such type of toys, and those toys are producing blue, white, and mostly red color spectrum of light, and children are playing with that, and definitely even in traces, once it is falling to their eye and to their head, to their body, they are very, very fragile, just like butter, and it can impact to their health. So this toy industry is also not very much, we can say, good towards our future generation and children. They go by marketing, by neuromarketing. So these are all problems created by commercial and marketing people, where there is no human face, and that is also causing one of the problem, because everybody is chasing only and only money without any human feeling, whether it is affecting children, young or old, they don't mind. They go by neuromarketing. With this, I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.